Welcome to my channel. Hey there friend. Pull up a chair, dim the lights and let me take you on a ride you won't forget. Imagine being the king of the gridiron. The guy everyone cheers for, the one with the killer tackles and the unbreakable swagger. Only to have one whispered dare strip it all away and reveal a side of you that's been hiding in the shadows. I'm talking about the sweat and glory of the locker room clashing with the soft whisper of silk and the bold stroke of lipstick. This is my confession, raw and unfiltered, where I let you feel every spike of adrenaline, every flush of shame, every spark of forbidden joy. We'll walk through the fear that gripped my gut like a fumble in the end zone, the curiosity that pulled me deeper, the embarrassment that burned hotter than stadium lights, and the empowerment that made me soar higher than any touchdown catch. By the end, you might just see how a secret life can become the only life worth living. Stick with me, it's going to be intense. It all kicked off on a Thursday afternoon that reeked of chalk dust, fresh-cut grass, and the metallic tang of weights clanging in the gym. I was Mason Mace Carter, 21 years old, a senior linebacker at Ridgewood State University, built like a tank at 6 feet 3 inches and 240 pounds of pure muscle. My days were a grind of 2-a-day practices, film sessions breaking down opponents' plays, and frat parties where I'd chug beers and flex for the cheerleaders who hung on my every word. I was the captain of the defense, the guy who led the charge on Friday nights under the blazing stadium lights, the one teammates high-fived after sacking the quarterback. Loud, cocky, unbreakable, that was my rep. But underneath the pads and the bravado, there was a crack in the armor, a secret I'd buried so deep it only surfaced in stolen moments. It started back in high school, sneaking into my older sister's room when she was away at college, rifling through her drawer for a pair of stockings or a skirt, just to feel the fabric against my skin. The rush was electric, terrifying. I'd swear each time was the last, stuffing it back down like a bad memory. Until that Thursday. Practice had been brutal. Coach had us running suicide drills until half the team was bent over puking on the sidelines. I dragged myself to the locker room last, the air thick with the stench of sweat-soaked gear, Axe body spray, and the raw banter of guys hyping each other up. Lockers slammed, showers hissed, and I peeled off my jersey, feeling the cool air hit my bruised shoulders. My phone buzzed in my locker, pulling me out of the haze. A text from an unknown number. Meet me at the equipment shed after lights out. Got something you'll want. K. My mind raced through the roster. Kyle? Kevin? No clue. But curiosity gnawed at me like pre-game jitters. What could it be? Gear? A tip on the next game's scouts? I shoved it aside for now, hitting the showers where the hot water pounded away the aches, but not the intrigue. That night at 11:47 p.m., I slipped out of the frat house in a black hoodie and sweats, the campus quiet except for the distant thump of a party. The equipment shed loomed dark behind the stadium, door slightly ajar. I pushed in, flashlight app on my phone cutting through the gloom. There she was. Kelsey, our team's athletic trainer, 25, with sharp blue eyes, a no-nonsense ponytail, and arms crossed over her clipboard. She was the only woman in our male-dominated world, taping ankles and calling out weak spots without flinching at the locker room talk. You came, she said, voice low and steady. She held a small black duffel bag. You dropped this in the weight room yesterday. I frowned. I hadn't lost anything. But she unzipped it anyway, revealing the contents. A cheerleader uniform in our school's red and gold, complete with pom-poms, a makeup bag bulging with palettes and brushes, and a pair of strappy heels. My stomach plummeted like I'd missed a crucial block. What the hell is this? Kelsey's smirk was sharp as a cleat. I saw you, Mace. Last spring in the laundry room. You were folding a cheer skirt with way too much care, lingering, touching it like it was something precious. The memory slammed into me. I'd been grabbing my own load from the dryer, but a lost cheer uniform had caught my eye. The pleated skirt, soft and short. I'd held it up, fingers tracing the hem, a forbidden thrill shooting through me before I snapped out of it and tossed it aside. But the security cam? I'd forgotten about the damn security cam in the corner. Panic surged, hot and choking. You're blackmailing me? What do you want? Money. I'll pay. She shook her head, eyes locking on mine. Not blackmail. A dare. From the cheer squad. They bet the big bad linebacker couldn't hack one weekend in our world. Full immersion, cheer routines, pep rallies, game day sleepover. Pull it off without getting busted and we delete the footage. Bail and it goes viral on every social media feed from here to the NFL scouts. My blood ran cold, visions of my teammates laughing, coach benching me, scouts blacklisting me, flashing like a bad highlight reel. Why me? Pick some freshman. She stepped closer, her perfume, something floral and light, cutting through the musty shed air. Biz, you're curious. I see it in your eyes during practices, watching us stretch, flip, cheer. You linger. This weekend could be liberating. Be Mackenzie Carter, cheerleader extraordinaire. Or be the guy who cried wolf in the group chat. I should have walked out, told her to screw off, called her bluff. But that word, liberating, hit a nerve. The secret I'd buried was clawing its way up, and the dare ignited a dangerous fire. Fear mixed with a thrill I'd denied for years. My voice was rough. Fine. But no photos, no videos beyond what's needed, and no one finds out. Kelsey grinned, zipping the bag. Deal starts tomorrow. Shave everything below the neck. I'll handle the makeover. Meet me at the old dorm suite at noon. The shock of that agreement kept me up all night, tossing in my bunk, heart racing like game day overtime. What had I done? By morning, I snuck to the campus health center salon Kelsey had anonymously booked. Full body laser hair removal, the tech said, eyeing my build. Athlete prepping for a meet? Something like that, I muttered, lying back as the laser zapped away every hair on my legs, arms, chest, back, even places that made me grit my teeth. The burn was sharp, but nothing compared to the humiliation burning in my cheeks. My skin emerged smooth as glass, alien under my fingers, sensitive to the air. I felt exposed, vulnerable, like I'd lost my armor. Noon came too fast. The empty dorm suite Kelsey had scored was sparse. A bed, mirror, vanity stocked with products. Strip, she commanded matter-of-factly. I hesitated, face flaming, but peeled off my clothes, standing there naked and shivering. She worked efficiently, like taping an injury. First a gaff to tuck everything flat, then padded panties with hip enhancers that gave me curves. A corset laced tight, cinching my 38-inch waist to 30, squeezing the breath out of me. Breathe shallow, she advised. Breast forms. Silicone realistic C-cups, glued to my chest, heavy and warm, bouncing slightly with movement. The cheer uniform next. Crop top hugging the forms, exposing a toned midriff, pleated skirt barely reaching mid-thigh, swishing with every shift. Socks with pom-pom accents, sneakers for now. Then the wig, long blonde waves cascading down my back, secured with pins. Sit, Kelsey ordered, tilting my chin at the vanity. The makeup was a ritual. Foundation smoothed over my clean-shaven face, blending away any shadow. Concealer under eyes, highlighter on cheekbones. Contouring carved out feminine angles. Higher cheeks, narrower jaw. Eyeliner winged sharp, mascara thickening lashes that fluttered heavy. Blush for a flushed glow, lipstick in bold team red that made my lips full and inviting. False lashes glued on, making my eyes pop like stadium spotlights. He spritzed perfume, sweet and musky, on my neck and wrists. Voice practice, she said. Higher pitch, breathy, enthusiastic. Try, go Ridgewood. I did, and it came out lilting, surprising myself. Again. By the end it felt natural, scary natural. I stood, wobbling in the heels she'd swapped in. 3 inches, strappy, forcing small steps and hip sway. The full-length mirror hit me like a blindside tackle. Mackenzie stared back. Tall and athletic but curvaceous, legs endless and smooth, ponytail swinging, makeup flawless. Beautiful. My heart pounded, disbelief, fear, but a curiosity that made my skin tingle. Whoa, I breathed, touching the reflection. The skirt hem brushed my thighs, the top tight against the forms. It felt wrong, exposed, but also, right? Kelsey nodded. You're ready. Pep rally at 3. Game at 7. Sleepover after. Nail it and you're free. Daily life as I knew it shattered that afternoon. The pep rally in the gym was a madhouse. 2,000 students packed in, band blaring, energy electric. I joined the cheer squad on the floor, pom-poms in hand, heart slamming against the silicone. The girls welcomed Mackenzie, the new transfer, with quick hugs and tips. Follow my lead, the captain whispered. The music started, we chanted, jumped, flipped. Every high kick lifted the skirt, air rushing up my legs, risking everything. Teammates in the crowd stared. Some wolf whistled, thinking I was fresh meat. My best friend Derek, the quarterback, yelled over the noise, "Hey blonde. What's your number?" I winked, voice high, "Play your cards right." He laughed, buying it. Inside I was a storm. Fear of slipping, embarrassment at the stairs, confusion at how the cheers flowed from me like second nature. I nailed a back tuck, landing with a grin, the crowd roaring. It was exhilarating, addictive. Post-rally, the squad dragged me to a quick lunch. Salads and smoothies at the campus cafe. Sitting with legs crossed demurely, I fielded questions. Where'd you cheer before? I improvised. High school in Cali. Big crowds. They nodded, gossiping about boys' makeup brands, routines. Whispers from nearby tables. Guys checking us out, girls eyeing the new competition. My phone buzzed in the duffel. Text from teammates. Where you at, Mace? Rally was lit. I ignored them, stomach twisting. Evening brought the game, Friday night lights, stadium packed with 10,000 fans. I cheered on the sidelines where I usually patrolled as a defender. The uniform felt skimpy under the lights, skirt flipping in the wind, heels sinking into turf. Routines were intense. Pyramids where I was base, holding girls up with my strength, then flips where I soared. Halftime show. Center stage lifted high in a straddle split, pom-poms high. The crowd exploded. My old teammates pounded the bench, hyped, none the wiser. But Derek caught my eye during a timeout, frowning slightly. You look familiar, he mouthed. Panic spiked. I turned away, cheering louder. Post-win victory party at the cheer house was chaos. Kegs, thumping music, bodies grinding in the living room. I nursed a soda, skirt riding up as I danced with the girls. A rival team's player hit on me. You're stunning. Dance. I did, his hands on my waist, voice steady as I flirted back. Maybe next game. Thrill and terror mixed. Derek showed up drunk, scanning the room. Mackenzie, right? Swear I've seen you. I laughed it off. All us blondes look alike. But bolted to the bathroom, locking the door. Staring at smudged lipstick in the mirror, emotions crashed. Fear of discovery, embarrassment at how natural this felt, confusion about wanting more. My old life. Locker room bro hugs, weight room grunts. Felt distant, disrupted. Family texts piled up. Good luck tonight. They thought I was playing. The lie weighed heavy. That night, as the house quieted around 2 a.m., secret exploration took over. The girls were crashed out in sleeping bags. I snuck to the guest room Kelsey had set aside, duffel in hand. Couldn't sleep, the uniform off, but the makeup lingered, wig still on. I wiped half the face clean but stopped, like the smoky eyes staring back. Digging through the bag, I found extras. Lace lingerie, perfumes, nail polishes, jewelry. Hands trembling, I started small. Painting my nails a deep crimson, the brush tickling cuticles, scent sharp. Blew them dry, admiring the shine under the lamp. Slipped out of the boy shorts into a satin camisole and matching panties from the bag. The fabric glided over smooth skin, cool and sensual, hugging curves the pads created. Shivers ran down my spine. The weight of the breasts shifted as I moved. Mirror time. I posed, turning side to side, watching the camisole drape, hem brushing thighs. Internal thoughts raced. This is crazy, Mason. Take it off, go back to normal. But what if this is normal? Curiosity pulled me deeper. Makeup refresh. I grabbed the palette, blending eyeshadow in gold and brown for a natural look. Lip liner defined my mouth, gloss adding shine. Earrings clipped on, dangling silver that brushed my neck. Perfume spritzed, vanilla and jasmine, enveloping me like a hug. Heels back on, I practiced walks. Small steps, hips swaying, arms graceful. The click-click echoed softly. Voice experiments. Hi, I'm Mackenzie, in a sultry tone, then giggly, then confident. Each version felt like unlocking a door. Incremental discoveries piled up. How twisting hair into a bun exposed my neck elegantly, how crossing legs in the camisole felt intimate. I tried more. A push-up bra from the bag enhancing the cleavage, then a skirt over the panties, twirling to feel the swish. Sensory details overwhelmed. Silk whispering, polish gleaming, scent lingering, skin tingling from the laser's afterglow. Excitement built, chasing away shame. By 4 a.m. I was fully dressed in a party outfit from the bag. Little red dress, stockings gartered, makeup bold. Dancing to silent music in my head, I felt free, alive. Laughter escaped, muffled into a pillow. Arousal stirred, new, confusing sensations from the tuck-in pads. I collapsed at dawn, wiping most off but leaving nails and gloss, drifting off with a smile. The dare had cracked me open, I wanted to dive in. Personal growth accelerated Saturday morning. Kelsey texted, brunch with squad at 10. Then mall run. You're in deep now. Anxiety knotted my gut. More public? But the night's exploration fueled me. I redid makeup subtly, chose a casual outfit from the bag. High-waisted jeans hugging hips, blouse tucked in flats. Hair in loose waves. The squad at brunch. Pancakes, mimosas, I stuck to juice. Treated me like family. Mackenzie, your glow-up is fire, one said. Gossip flowed. Crushes on players I dodged. Skincare routines I shared, made-up tips. Strangers at nearby tables smiled. A waiter flirted. Coffee for the pretty lady? Stomach flipped, but I smiled back, confidence budding. Mall outing was next, high-end stores, trying dresses, heels, lingerie. In a fitting room at Forever 21, alone with mirrors, I slipped into a sundress. Floral, knee-length. Zipped up, it fit perfectly, accentuating everything. Twirled, feeling fabric flow. Bought it, blushing at checkout. Interactions ramped. Salesgirls complimented my figure. Those legs. A group of teens asked for pose tips. I demonstrated cheer stances. Small victories. Navigating crowds without slips, voice holding, posture natural. Anxiety blended with excitement. Outings built an internal shift. Comfort in Mackenzie growing. Evening solo experiment. Campus walk alone, sundress on, heels clicking. Strangers nodded, a barista wrote Mac on my cup with a wink. No suspicions. Back at the cheer house I reflected. From locker room brute to this? Empowering. Climax erupted Saturday night at the frat party. Our house packed with players, cheerleaders, hangers-on. I went bold as Mackenzie, red dress from the bag, hair curled, makeup fierce. Music thumped, lights low, bodies sweating. Danced with the squad, laughs flowing. Derek cornered me by the keg. You remind me so much of my buddy Mace. Heart exploded, did he know? I played coy, must be the beer. But tension built. Then coach crashed in, slapping backs. Mackenzie. Heard you lit up the sidelines. Ever think co-ed squad? Laughter, but my little frat bro Tyler snapped a photo. House wall material. I grabbed his arm. Delete it. Our eyes met, recognition dawned. Mace? Holy shit. Whispered but loud enough in my head. The room spun. Fear peaked, emotional storm raging, outed, ruined. Choice loomed. Deny, run, or confront. I pulled him to the porch. It's me. The dare. But it's more. Tears streamed. I like this. Don't tell. Tyler hugged me tight. Bro, sis? Your secret's safe. But tell the team. They'll get it. Or I will. Pivotal decision. Hide forever or embrace. Resolution came Sunday morning, hangover-free but soul-heavy. I called an emergency team meeting. No coaches, just the guys in the locker room. Walked in as Mason. Jeans, tee, but nails still painted, faint gloss on lips. Got something to say. Silence fell like pre-snap hush. I spilled. The dare, the weekend, the secret pull toward this side of me. I'm transgender. Mackenzie is me. Shock rippled. Laughs, thinking joke, then serious faces. Derek stood. He's for real. Still our captain. Support surged. Hugs. We got you. Questions like, does it hurt? A few walked out muttering, but most stayed. Play as you are, one said. Came out to family via video. Mom cried, my beautiful child. Dad paused but nodded. Love you no matter. Transition kicked off. Therapy sessions, hormone consults, name change filed. Football adapted, joined co-ed cheer, using strength as a base, flying high in routines. Teammates adjusted, some awkwardly, but bonds held. New interactions. Dates with guys who saw Mackenzie, squad sleepovers as one of the girls, family visits where mom did my makeup. Empowerment wasn't a single play. It was every morning choosing lipstick over eye black, every routine where I flipped higher unburdened, every tackle in practice feeling authentic. That weekend transformed me, from secret shame to open pride. Looking back, friend, the locker room was my cage, lipstick my key. If you're hiding your truth under pads or pretense, take the dare. Step into the light. You'll shine brighter than any Friday night.